going on, gang? It's Marauder Music with 3-piece TCG. Bear. Pirates TCG. And 2D. It's time for some Aces to Place with the friendly Whitebeard, folks. Oh, yeah. Smash that like button, finger pop that subscribe, turn on the bell, go down in the comments. Let me know what am I doing right, what am I doing wrong, what would you be doing differently? Because today we really learned Ace. We really learned Ace, going first, going second, against the meta, the nuances, everything. Also, hit that hype the video up. Let's do it, baby. We're breaking into we're breaking into the mainstream now, all right? 3-piece, we're doing things now. Okay, so this video has been a long time coming. I've definitely made Red Blue Ace videos in the past. Just playing around, seeing what's up. Really liked it at one point. Felt really disconnected from it at one point. Came back, kind of understood it. But for me, it all clicked about. It was a red blue moment. Okay, red blue pill moment. Okay. I was at work on Saturday. 5 hours of sleep, 4 hours of sleep actually. And it all clicked for me on how to play it. Like, oh, I'm starting to get it. I pull the yarn. Well, then I get about 5 hours of sleep and go to my treasure cup. Oh, I'm starting to understand. Well, then I get about 5 more hours of sleep, go back to work. Oh, okay, I'm starting to get it. Then I get about like 4.5, 5 hours of sleep, come back home and play again. Oh, so for the last however many days that is, I've been on some BS when it came to sleep. I've learned the deck, but now I wake up with a crispy 9 hours of sleep, and we're ready. We're ready. It's like I have everything. And as the days went on, my observation hockey was just suffering. Like I just felt like I just could not think ahead. But that's another story. I'm no storyteller, even though I gave you the whole story. Now, Ace. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, on your opponent's attack, once per turn, you may trash one card from your hand, give up to one of your opponent's leader or character minus 2k power during this battle, not the turn. Then don 1 once per turn when you receive damage or your character with a 6k base power or more is KO, draw one card. Okay, let's get into it. I'm doing a little bit more of a lesson than usual, right? But let me just talk about some key cards in my list that I haven't seen in everybody's list, just to kind of go over it. We've got the Searchers. We got Thatch. Thatch you're really not going to use unless you set up Goldie Roger first. But if you set up Goldie Roger first, he's susceptible to getting bottom decked or KO'd or what have you, right? So dropping a Thatch the next turn isn't always the big move. Josu is whoever doesn't understand Josu, understand that Josu is a 2k counter for the majority of it. Searchable by Izo, searchable by Garb. That's why we have Josu. Now this one, Portestias. Now I was running 2, believe it or not, in my treasure cup. And this card actually does a lot of work. And I feel like it might be a little slept on. Just a little tad slept on. Hear me out, and you'll see it. You'll see it in the games. When we go against Emu, when they want to KO, if we go first, and if they lose the dice roll, if we lose the dice roll, we're going first. When we play this card out on curb and we swing, they've typically got one body developed. Okay, so then, their next turn, when they want to pop him, we just minus. And then I know what you're thinking. What do you ferociously defend? I have done it, and every time I've done it, it's really worked out. Really worked out. A little too worked out. I'll let you guys be the judge of that. But we stay on that, and then the very next turn, if we can see a Yamato or one of the other aces and continue to rush face, it really creates this environment where we beat the crap out of them early and often. And the thing about it, and big shout out to Carnage yesterday for winning locals. I'll post their match. If we can't get them down to 2 life when we're going for our game, we're not going for game. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not happening. You are not in this natural world going to beat an Emu with 2 of these, 1 of these, and 1 of these, and they got 3 cards, they got 3 Dawn up, and they've got 3 life up. Like, that's just probably not gonna happen. probably not gonna happen. And all we can do in that matchup, especially when going first, is increase our probability of it happening. So I like this ace to bust that face. Bars. Yams. Okay. Yams goes hard AF. It's really funny because right now, I forget what episode I'm on, but Ace is telling, spoiler alert, Ace is telling Yamato about Luffy, and I just got to see Luffy meet, Goldie Roger and be like, hey, yo, I'm be king of the pirates. It was insane. It was insane. But so Yamato, what's he all about? Odin, I should say, right? What's he all about? Um, this one is huge. It was played early in the game, and it's being played again, and for good reason. So if we're on curb going second, which we pretty much, I'll get into I'll get into that, but we pretty much like going second into just about every match, except for the ones I'll tell you that I like going first in. But anyways, when we play this card out, we get to rush. We can't be popped by Emu. We get to perpetually put a Dawn on our leader. It influences them to swing at 7K instead of our 6K leader. So it just, this card is golden pony boy. This is what you want to see. You already know Uda's the blocks. You already know Newgate is great for, Newgate things. Newgate is our finisher. This one's our finisher, and I'll tell you why. You get one of these established, cool. You get another one of these established, cool. Then we're gonna be playing I Am Whitebeard. Take our last life, go to 10K, 2 blocks, and a handful of cards, and we've got this, and then this to finish next turn, plus whatever else has survived the board, and that's how you win the game. That's why we play them. This is just, we gotta, Goldie Roger is mandatory in this meta. You gotta have it because you're going down to 0, or you're putting your opponent at 0, and then you're ready for the smoke, right? So Goldie Roger is all the smoke. You already know Thomas is there for grabs. Izo, yeah, Otama's there to bounce back with Jozu after grabbing 2 cards. Search. Now I'm running 1 pudding. Some people run 1, some people run 2. Nobody runs none. Now, pudding is a huge card in the mirror, especially because the thing is that, and we'll touch on that, the do's and don'ts, and how to get around it and everything like that. But like, I'm playing against my dog Ray, and I'm thinking again, I just wasn't myself, but he was definitely himself, right? So I'm over here like, oh, I'll take the hit, cool. I go to 10 cards. Guess what they do instead of playing Josu? Ray's gonna drop fucking Yumi, take me from 10 cards to 5, and I'll never recover for the rest of the game. Oh, yeah. He said, you do look tired. God bless. So pudding is great for that, and you just got to know when to play it, and to play around that, I guess I'll give you a little one. Stay at 6 to 7 cards. Stay at 6 to 7 cards for 2 reasons. One, especially in the mirror, you want to stay healthy. You don't want to drop the 1 life early, because you don't want to go to 0 life before you're ready either. So you want to stay at 2 life for as long as possible, but you also want to stay to 6 to 7 cards, 8 max. Okay, 8 max. Because if they got to understand that if they putting you at 8 cards, yes, you go back down to 5, but you are 1 swing of theirs away from going back to 7, and then drawing a card the next turn and going to 8. You know what I mean? Like it's that 8 is the most. You don't want 8 or more, but if you stay to 6 and 7, not only will that cause you to become healthy because you're obviously getting rid of cards out of your hand. Sometimes you gotta make some tough choices, right? But it keeps them from doing the pudding, and you get to kind of play on your own terms. You see what I'm saying? Now, if they've seen you search out multiple Whitebeards and finisher cards or whatever the case, they might pudding you, even if you're at 6 cards, even if you're at 5 cards. So there you go. Marco, you got to have it 4 of. This is our turn 2 play. Turn 2? Yeah, turn 2 going second. You know what I mean? Turn 3 otherwise. We'll get into that. Yamato, same thing. Turn 3 play. Gotta have it. Josu, good for bouncing back. We'll talk more about that. And then Ace is just another copy of Yamato because that's what I have right now. He is searchable by both Garp and Izo though, so that's good. I really wish this Ace ability, I really wish you would have either just like, I don't know, man, restood Dawn, or just bounce cards back and you can't bring them back, or maybe like, yeah, I wish it was like an Ezo. I wish it was like another Ezo. Bounce one of your cards and bounce one of their cards, and that's it. Even if this card had 6/7 rush, right? It has the stipulation of 3 or less life, right? Okay, cool. Give a Rested Dawn to your leader. bounce one of yours, right? And then bounce one of their characters that is like, oh, I had it in my head. Yeah, bounce one of their characters, and then that's good. Like it would be the same thing, but it could still be five or less, right? You know what I mean? Five or less is still less than EZO six or less. Yeah. So if you had the same thing, but they weren't able to play back another card, that'd be great because they just wind up. A lot of times we're bouncing a four, or they just like, yeah, I'll just play another. I'll play a ramp card. Or I'll play a blocker. It's not a big deal. We already know Underbearder, Blockbeard runs the show. This is great for the mirror and other things. It's a 2K leader counter and leader ability and emu. And then this Whitebeard. Okay, it's time to talk about this Whitebeard. I am Whitebeard card. So what we want to do with this is we use it once at 8 dawn or at 9 dawn. Okay, basically we use it once the first turn we can use it to bring out our underbeater. After that, we're paying the cost to be the boss just outright because we're saving these become 2K counters, and when we're ready to go for game optimally, we're taking our last life and playing out Newgate and becoming a 10K body, which is hard for everybody to swing into. Even if Zoro wants to swing 3 times, they got to think about it. Or not as optimally, we're using this to take our life, go to an 8K body, and put out another blocker. And then now they've got to deal with an 8K body plus another blocker. And that's that. Let's get into now. We're gonna go into first or second, right? Okay. All right, gang. So I was gonna get into who do you go first, who do you go second against, and all this stuff, but I don't want to talk into a vacuum like everybody else does. Let me show you in living color. That's why you come here, right? Now, it's going to be who I go against first, who I go first against, who I go second against, and a lot of them are going to be going first and second against. I'm going to show you how to do it. I'm going to show you how not to do it because I did make some mistakes. I had a comment the other day. I don't know. I guess they were just questioning whether or not like I just post dubs and stuff, and I'm like, look, dog, I'm almost 500 videos in. Y'all know me. I do not need the validation of posting like a win streak or whatever. You know what I mean? Like in this game, dog, if you're always winning, you're always cheating. Okay? Like I don't know what to say. So I am not always winning, dog. But I do have an understanding, and that's what I pass on to you guys. And of course, we have a great time while we do it, so we can all learn together, right? So I am going to get into these matches. There's going to be some sim matches and some, I was going to say IRL, but some treasure cup matches, right? And you know what? I think I might throw the dogs matches on there too from yesterday. We'll see. We'll see if we got time for everything. But anyways, let's get into these smashes, shall we? Okay. Curb and who I go first and second against coming up. All right, gang. So we're gonna start things off with Ace against Emu. We're going first. Okay, we lost the dice roll. We're going first. And this one is great for many reasons. You get to see a little bit of everything, and we also get to learn. I will get on that now. I had no searcher going first, which is suboptimal, but I kept my hand because I liked that I had a turn 3 play. That's a choice that I chose to make, but let's just see just how much we can do, okay? So I'm going to 5 Dawn, and we did the leader swing. We got their guy out of there. Now let's see what I do. So it looks like they got the, I believe that's the searcher, wasn't it? Anyhow, I'm going to swing 6 to the face. They're going to take. Okay, cool. Now I'm going to rest 5, and you guessed it. Here comes Ace to the face, all right? Swinging another 6, they give me a 2K, okay? So, yeah, that is the searcher, I believe. Sega Saturn. Now they're going to... My guy's got the most expensive ones. The most expensive ones. Okay. And it was a little hard to keep up with those because you're used to seeing the regular ones, right? So he's doing his thing. If anybody sees any cheats, I mean, let me know. I'm not really checking for that. Okay. So he's going to swing. He's going to do the -2. He's going to do the -2. I'm letting it go immediately. Okay. It was there for a good time, not a long time. And now we're going to see what they want to do. And I'm going to draw 1 and 1 and keep it going. All right. Now on the sim, I have literally defended that swing the next swing and the swing after that, and it's gnarly. But yeah, I can probably show you guys that. That's pretty crazy to just keep swinging. But right now, I don't care because I had another one. Oh, yeah. So we're going to attach one to ace. We're going to swing 7 into the guy there. They're going to let them go immediately. And now we're going to be up. Okay, so now we're going to be able to swing another 7. And this is really helping our chances to get to get them to 2 life. Okay. Oh, did they blocked? So that was a blocker this whole time? Okay. Is that the blocker? That's what the blocker looks like? Okay, I guess I got to take his word for it. I guess he didn't search earlier. If he searched earlier, man, I'm going to find out right now. Yeah, so we're good. It was the blocker. So he got to draw a card. We got him off the board. It is what it is. Okay, cool. So now quick note about that. A lot of people say if you're not, oh, this was very interesting because they took a search and they put 2 events to the trash. Okay, that's going to tell us something. Okay, now they're searching again. This time they're grabbing that one. Man, I wish I could tell you guys which one it was. Let me see if I can pull those up for this. Okay, got them all pulled up. Now we can keep it going. Okay, so now I can. So that's the that looks like the rabbit. I think that's the Ichiji. Yeah, that's the Ichiji Nisuro. Okay, so they're swinging 7 into there, or 5 into 5, and I'm thinking about it. I got a good healthy hand right now too. I'm really happy about that healthy hand. Let's see. Okay, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna use leader ability for Marco. They're gonna swing 7 into 5. I'm gonna give them that right there. Okay. Now I'm out, and look, they did not establish a blocker. They do have 1 Dawn active, but we have 2 more rounds of big city swings. Now, it's I am Whitebeard time. Oh, yeah, they're taking some hits today, baby. Oh, yeah. All right, gonna draw 2 cards. Gonna give them 1. Let's see. Nobody look at my nut pouch. I gotta get rid of 1. Come on now. Don't overthink. Oh, actually do overthink it. I think I had 2 of those Whitebeards. That's what that was. Yeah, I was operating at maximum capacity, dude. I came back from work. I've been awake since 5 o'clock in the morning. It was trash. I'm glad the tournament was earlier, though, instead of later. That would have made it even worse, probably. So we're going to swing 9 there, right? And then we're going to swing 9 to the leader, okay? Now, we swung right there. We swung 9 to leader. We swung 9 to leader. Excuse me. We swung 9 to that character card. We were worried about... Stay with me. We're worried about Yamato getting no value, and if we leave that character card on the board, right? Okay. Then why... The thing is, what I'm trying to say is, why did we go for that card? I don't know if that was the right decision, because they're going to swing back into it, and then it's going to minus, right? And then they're going to swing again, and it's going to minus. So what I'm saying by getting that character card off the board is that I'm willing to dedicate my next turn on their clapback, because they're going to be able to do the same thing. I'm going to dedicate my turn to keeping Yamato alive. Now, if I do that, great. If I let Yamato go, because I don't remember, if I let Yamato go, then that was a waste. I could have swung 9 and 9 at the leader. So, you know what I mean? Because if we get them down to 1, this is a whole different game. You know what I mean? So let's see what they're going to do here. Let's see if they're going to hit me with the... See if they're going to hit me with the 3 cost. I do what I want whenever I want. Okay, hang on. Wait a minute. Did they do it? You gotta watch these. You gotta watch these emu players. It's not enough that they play the best deck. They gotta also do this stuff too, right? Okay, let's watch it in slow mo. Let's see. Okay, hang on. Here we go. Half speed might be much. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Let's go back to normal speed for a second. Okay, it looks like they did do that. They did do that. Let's... Let's see. Let's see. Did he grab it? Looked like he grabbed it. And there we go. We got an honest emu for one turn. All right, honest emu on one turn. Okay, here we go. Still the villain for playing emu, though, right? Am I right? Okay, so they got all their guys out. Gonna rest another Dawn for that. Okay. There we go. All right, so they got everything figured out. Okay, so now they're gonna swing, and will we protect our Yamato? That's the question. I think we should. I think we should. All right, what am I gonna do here? I am thinking I let him go. Okay, now right there, I got to talk about that. If I was gonna let him go either way, then why swing 9 at a character card and not go 9 to the face twice? So that is going to be mistake number 1. The mulligan, hey, I saw what I wanted and my mulligan just didn't see a searcher. That's my business. I can let that slide. But that one was a waste of a 9K swing. If I get them down to 1, I change the trajectory of the entire game. But if I'm not going to defend it, then there's no point in giving them a free block. So that's definitely mistake number 1. Okay. God bless. That's tough. Yeah, because if I drop another Whitebeard here, I'm going to be a little sick because that means I could have swung 9 and 9 with Yamato's ability. So let's see what we got here. And the other thing, like I was saying, I don't know if I said it already, but if we're swinging when they have this board, as they do, if all we're going to do is get rid of one blocker that's going to give them a card and another blocker, and that's it. I mean, yo, it's kind of rough. It's kind of rough. It's kind of rough, the crime dog. Okay, so we're gonna go Newgate. We definitely should have. We definitely just should have went for face and or. Yeah. Anyways, I don't know if I just didn't have the cards to protect them, but if I would have protected Yamato, I'd have been in a lot better shape. Okay, so there we go. Got a 2K there. They're going to do their thing. So now we've got all of these 8K or 7K swings coming at us. Okay, drawing 2 cards, hands getting healthy. And now we are poised to do our thing. Just uno más tiempo. Okay. Going to give him a leader ability and a 1K. I'm out of that one. And, okay. We do have 2 blockers. They're thinking about it. We got them thinking. They took it back. Should have called the judge. They're going to go ahead and do that. Okay, so no 5 elders. So now it's officially my game. My game. Talking about my game. They drop another War Curry, though. So that's going to be their opportunity to get more blockers. Now, at this point, it's our turn. And I'm thinking about it. Now, we got a couple of options here. We're going to do I Am Whitebeard. Okay. We're going to do that one. Okay. We take a life. We go to 10. Okay. That's our business. There's no reason to swing here. There's no reason to swing here. We got 2 Dawn active. Count them. 2 Dawn active. And you can attach 1. I believe we had a Rad Beam. We can attach. Nope, don't swing. Why was that a swing? Why? Okay, that's a mistake number 2 right there. Now we swung and we accomplished nothing. Understand, gang, that when they have a board like this of 7s, okay, and you go to 10, they can literally, if they develop nothing and they only want to swing at you, they can only swing at you 3 times. So that's 1 swing here, 1 swing here, and 1 swing here. And then they can't even do the 5 elders loop. Now they can't even play 5 elders. So that's how powerful this play is. And I didn't understand that, I guess, right? So what I should have done is done this, gone to 10, do not swing, because all you're doing is giving them another card. Now, what are we also doing? We're setting up for Roger. Let's keep moving. So we swing there because we already committed one. We just want to keep it going. And if I want to continue swinging at this point, I can. I actually can. Yeah. Are we thinking about it? We swing again. Okay. So now we made it worth their while because they can only swing twice with their board. It's going to take. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I'll put on a little bit of that. Brush. Oh, yeah. Okay. We chose to do it like that. They're gonna swing and they're gonna minus Whitebeard. They're just gonna go for a Whitebeard attack. Okay. So it was also really cool that I did recognize that. Going for broke would have done it. So they did get. Wait. We gotta check. We gotta check. Right. We gotta check. That's the new thing. That's the new thing. Okay. So that's the new thing. You gotta check. You gotta check and make sure they're doing it right. All right. What do we got? Leader ability. 1, 2, 3. Okay. It can be done. It can be done. There we go. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with doing that? It can be done. It's not impossible. Okay. They get all their abilities out. They're gonna draw a card. There we go. That's a big city search. When I see guys get rid of that card, I'm like, yo, please don't ever do that. That makes me feel like my whole life is invalid. The whole match at least. So now they're gonna go ahead and swing. And that's gonna be 6 into 8. So that might be 8 into 8. I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't know. Oh yeah, yeah, I don't know. Okay, so now they're swinging 7 there, and they're obviously going at Homeboy because he's -4, so he's 8. That was 8 to 8. Okay, good. All right, so now we're back at it, gang. We're back at it. And I know in my hand right now, I remember what I have. I had another Whitebeard. I believe it was a I am Whitebeard and another Whitebeard, and then a Goldie Roger. Okay, they're at 2 life. I forget how many they are in hand, but the correct play to go for here, in my humble opinion, is to Whitebeard and then swing is to Whitebeard and then swing with Ace and Homeboy into here. Why? Because all they can do is swing back. If they block with these two to protect them, okay, all they can do is swing back 3 times. In which case, I will have 3 Whitebeards and a little something, a little sugar there, okay? So let's see what happens though. Well, I'll tell you what happens. What happens is I decide to just go for Roger. Uh, yeah, I go for the Roger play, and it just doesn't work out, right? We're going to play Roger. They're going to have that. We knew they had that one. We're going to swing 12. They take. Okay. We're going to swing another 12, and they take. And then we're going to swing 13, and that's the one, and there's the other, and that's the ball game jack. Okay. Now, so this is what I had. So this is what I had. Yeah, I even had that rad beam. Yeah, daggone, boy. So my deck didn't fail me. I failed my deck. Okay, so that's the important lesson to learn here. I could have done this. I would have had 2 Dawn active. I would have grabbed 2 cards. I would have kept this, obviously, and got rid of one of the other cards. And I would have had 1, 2, 3 blockers and a rad beam to take me to 10, not to mention a leader ability to take me to 12. So then, when you see him at 0 life, was he at 0 life? Yeah, there would have been an additional 12k swing to happen. But I didn't see, my observation hockey was off, right? My observation hockey was not there. So that's what I missed. That's what I missed. And it wasn't until later on after this that I'm like, yo, what the F did I do? So we played really well going first up until that point. But you got to stick the landing against Emu if you want to win it. Okay, so that's what you got to be looking for. We had all the pieces in our puzzle because we were doing that part right. We were doing that part right, filtering and, etc. But we just had to stick that landing. So that's going first against Emu. It can be tough, but it obviously can be won because I mean, yo, if we had an additional 12k swing, I think that would have been our game for sure. Let's get over to going second curve. All right, so going second is going to be a little more straightforward, and I got two quick examples. So here we chose second. This is our hand. No searcher, no problem. I ain't worried about it. Okay. So they trash one five elders. It means they got a five elders. I don't mind taking the first hit, to be honest with you, because it gives me two resources. Okay, after that, I'm gonna really be a little tight with my life because I really do want to exist one extra round towards the end, and maybe that's a good reason to not take my life initially. But you know, I think it's a habit. I think yeah, maybe I didn't have to. We'll see. But the first one is always a give me, in my opinion. In my opinion, you always take the first life. So against this match. Don't do it against the mirror and then get, put into. Okay, so Yamato. All right, so we gave up a Yamato, and then guess what? We're going to play another one. Oh, yeah. Now, I'm swinging 6 to the face because they're going to drop Homeboy, and that's the only card they can pop. Swing 7 to the face. Now you got to give me something. You got St. Carlos there or an event. They give me cards out of hand. Now we get the blocker. Let's keep it moving. Mm. Today we learned ace, boy. Okay. Now they are at 7 Dawn. They're at 7 Dawn. Yeah, they're at 7 Dawn. So their options are they can play another Sega Saturn or a Warcurry and then use Empty Throne to play out their blocker to pop Marco. Now, of course, they pop Marco. We get 3 cards. Count them. 3-piece TCG. So we'll see what they're going to do. There we go. There we go. Okay, so we got an optimal play by our opponent. I'm happy to see it. I'm happy to see it. Okay. The only thing they could have done differently would be play a Warcurry and have 2 blockers up. But, you can't ask everybody to have everything all the time. Now here, I'm just like, okay. From the makers of One Rush, what if I brought out his best friend? Oh yeah. Now I can't do anything, right? But I gave a Restodon there. I give another Restodon there, and 7, 7, 9. I'm sorry. Squeeze me, baking powder. Okay, I'm swinging 8 now. What is that about? Why did we do that? Why are we swinging 2 8s? Why are we doing that? Got him down to 0? Oh, no. Barbara. Yeah, I don't think that's how this game's supposed to go. You can't do that. No. No. I don't have Goldie Roger yet. But this game's spoken for. Come on, man. You had all those cards and you need to counter out. This is also educational on both ways, right? Both ways is educational. Yeah. Yeah. You should have countered out. Okay, so they're gonna give him that. Saint Jupiter. Okay. I don't know why they just call him Jupiter. Okay, they're walling up there. Yeah, I think this game is just about over. Yeah. Okay, come on. Swing 7 there, not letting it go. Swing 7, 9 there, not letting it go. No, not at this point. Yeah, no shot. Okay. Goldie Roger top deck, that's the game. And that's the game. 7 and 7 and 7 and 13 should do it. Yes, that's the game. GG's are exchanged. Big shout out to you, Ryan R. Let's get over to so this one. Looks like we were in the midst of it already. Turn 3. But they're gonna swing 8 there. And I'm gonna go ahead and take. Now, I am going second. Yeah. Okay, so now again we're gonna get that value from Marco. Okay, cool. Swinging 7. Telling you guys, it's about having these rushers, dude. These rush into the grounders. 7, 7. Oh, yeah. Okay. We got them down to 2 life. This is officially where we want them, okay? Now, we would like to have a little bit more than 1 life, but, hey, whatever. So, they're dropping a Stussy. Okay, another Saint Charlia. My question is how they're going to address the board. How are they going to build? They got the 5 elders. There we go. They got Marcus out there. If you pop my guy, you give me 3 cards. Yes. Big shout out to Carnage was not popping Marco. Yeah, Carnage was more about keeping Marco alive so that I don't have that. Okay, so now we get the Iron Whitebeard. There we go. And do we take our life? I'm actually considering it. I'm like, I just don't need to yet. I don't need to yet. They're a whole turn away. They got one more turn and then they can do it, right? So I mean, this is the rush. This is why going second is so much gooder. Okay, but you saw the first curve, right? Was search, get you a swing, get you a 5 drop, get you going after that. The second curve is obviously going to be a little search with an attached Dawn. Turn four or your 4 Dawn turn, play out Marco. Five or your 6 Dawn turn, you're playing out Yamato or Ace or Josu. And somebody come look at this. Somebody come look at this. Okay, this is why this is what we're talking about, gang. What is going on here? So I played out. I got 10 Dawn. I played that out. I played that out. I got put them both back in my hand. I just put two 2Ks back in my hand after seeing all the cards in the world. We are percolating. What does it mean? You don't know. I don't know. But Mary J said it, and my wife danced to the song. Okay, made a TikTok. Okay, so now we're here. Now we're here. What are we gonna do? 5 elders. You got to swing with Stussy first, or I'm gonna throw the whole game away. Okay, good deal. 11 to 7. That's just not gonna happen. Yeah, that's just not gonna happen. We got too many cards. We are protecting it. Yes. Okay. Now you can do your 5 elders. This is the predicament you can put them in when you're going second. Yeah, I'm just gonna give them that. We're officially not even searching anymore. We already know what we're going to do. They got no life, 4 cards in hand, 1 Dawn active, and we're not letting Ace go. We're gonna get 2 7s, a 6, and a 13. This game is won. Now, they're playing it out because if I don't have Goldie Roger, you know, we got us a game on our hands. We don't have us a game on our hands. So there you have it, gang. Going first is great when you have going first is great when you have a searcher. Then you got some sort of body like Marco or Yamato to play on your 5 Dawn turn, which is your turn 3. So it's searcher. Then turn 2, you can search again and swing 8, right? Then after that, you want to play Marco, attach 1 Dawn, swing 7, or Yamato, attach 1 Dawn, swing 7. Then after that, you want to have one of your Yamatos, the rush Yamato. You want to have an ace that rushes, or the ace that rushes. You know, you want to do one of those, or Josu. This is in this particular match, okay? I like in this match, Josu's fine. I also really like Ace because Ace is going to get that value immediately. You know what I mean? Get one more swing immediately. So, and then after that, we're looking for, after that, we'll go from 7 to 9. So we're on I Am Whitebeard time, bars. And then we just adjust as see fit, right? We want to get them down to 2 life, get them down to 1 life ideally. And then go for game after after we've played all the Whitebeards we possibly can to butter them up. And of course, founder Goldie Roger. Now going second, it's not that it's any more optimal for. It's not that it makes us. I feel it's weird. It feels weird. It's almost like it doesn't make us any better, but it makes it so much easier going into them because they've got to wait one more additional turn. That's what really wins us the game. So, because back here, if you looked right here, I was like, oh, do I? No, this was. Yeah, I was about to say, do I need to do anything? Do I need to take a life when I played my I'm Whitebeard? Yeah. It was back here before they stussied me. So I was like, do I need to play I'm Whitebeard? Or do I need to take a life? No, I don't, because there's still another turn away from doing it. And that is what gives us so much advantage going second. So anyhow, let's go on to our next matchup. I believe it's going to be, yeah, let's do some Zoro next. All right, gang. So for this one, I wanted to show my dog Creaky Jackals. We're going to be making some tracks together. It's going to be awesome. They called Low Roll. And check this out. Yo, get out of here. But anyways, I think we started right around here. Okay, So I'm gonna go first, is what I call. And like I said, nobody's really gonna fight you going first. Okay. Now, um, they got their stuff. Okay, and Creaky Jackals is also a subscriber of the channel. So big shout out to you, dog. Uh, okay, so I'm gonna do an Otama. Now I didn't have a traditional search, but I did have a little Mama Otama. Okay, and I really did like that. So I liked what else I had. I think that's another copy of Marco. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. But the big thing here is that when you're going first against Zoro, you have to have your search turn one. That's okay, but you have to have something to play on your 5 dawn turn that is tempo, or you will lose this game. You cannot fall behind Zoro. So that's how I look at it. They grabbed, I think, a Mohawk, and I go up 2 dawn. Now, this is why it's a little forgiving on the search, because I drew into that search. I drew into that. Great. And now I can still swing 8. So I'm going to grab a 2K. Nothing pivotal there. And then I'm going to be able to swing 8. Yeah. Let's swing 8 to the face. Oh, let's swing the Hiyori. And that's cool, because now you've got to give me a 2K counter if you really want to save that Hiyori. Now you got to give me a 2K to keep the life up. It's funny that those sleeves, at a glance, I thought it was Virgil, but it's Zoro. Anyhow, so my dog is going to do this. Let's see. Okay, rest 3. I think we're gonna see Dracula Mohawk and some Zoro. Thinking about it. Okay, Dracula Mohawk and how Ro can Zoro. Okay, now I'm thinking they're just gonna, yeah. Wait, how'd they do that? Oh, because of Homeboy. Okay, and then I'm gonna go ahead and take the hit, draw one, or draw life, draw a card, and they're gonna pass it back to me. Okay, so I remember what happened here. They forget to restand their Zoro. And okay, so but this is what happens. All right, so they didn't restand their Zoro. I rest 5 dawn. I play out a Yamato. I draw 2 cards. I attach a card to my leader, and then I swing into Zoro. And then we're like, oh, you didn't restand Zoro. You know what I mean? So 1, 2, 3, 4 however many actions had already taken place. We both felt, obviously they didn't want that to happen. I felt kind of crummy about it as well. But we were just talking about at the beginning of the match, because he had a very questionable Emu player do some, questionable stuff. And, we were both talking about, like, yeah, it's like fighting games, dude. If somebody drops the combo, you don't stop what you're doing and let them pick the combo back up. You just keep it moving. So I think in that breath, they decided to just, take it on the chin. Stand-up guy, man. You know what I mean? It is what it is. So they're going to counter out, give me a 2 and a 1. Okay. And in my mind, I'm like, all right. If when I'm going for a game, if he needed a 2 and a 1 to win, and he, you know what I mean, and he just didn't have it, then I would be like, yo, that's the mistake that cost. That's what really won us the game, not us, right? But anyways, let's see. 6 to 6 on our leader. I don't think we want to take that. Yeah, we're gonna give him no leader ability, just a 1K counter. No, this is what we got to worry about. They're gonna play Tashigi out, raw Tashigi, and they're gonna be able to swing 8 into our Yams. Yeah. Now I can protect the Yamato and keep my tempo, or yeah, it looks like I'm going to do that. I'm going to leader ability, Marco, for Yamato, and then give him a 1K, because I'm not interested in doing a pudding for the rest of the game. Now, what that does is now we're going to put it on ourself, right? We're going to pay the tab, right? And it looks like I'm going to go ahead and go down to 1 life, which can be risky-bisky against this guy. But, oh, yeah, Gum Red Rock. That doesn't hurt. Yeah, that didn't hurt at all, Jack. That really helped our cause. So yeah, let me tell you something about that Zoro. That Zoro just wasn't meant to be on the board. God bless him. So they're gonna pass, and I know I got this Josu burning a hole in my hand right now, and that's gonna be super pivotal. So I'm gonna attach 1, and then, because again we're on odd curb, so I'm swinging 6 to face. They're gonna go ahead and take that. And if they take that, they're gonna have a tougher time getting out of the 7. But so I'm going to put that guard back in my hand, put the Tashigi back in theirs. I'm going to swing 7 into face, and they take this one as well. Okay. So what I'm assuming I have is a bricked up opponent at this point. You know what I mean? And anyways, we're getting into it. What do they got? Now, if they can do a little law into some Tashigi, that could do the thing. If they do law into Tashigi, that could really be something. But they're gonna have to have it. Let's see what they got for us. All right, so looks like they're gonna go ahead and swing some 8 at the face. Okay. And for here, I got plenty O cards. Well, no. They got to be swinging 8 in the Yamato. They got to be swinging 8 in the Yamato. Now, this is where it gets super tricky. Super tricky. Because if you're swinging 8 in the Yamato, I give them that. I give them that. I gotta have it. I cannot. What is that? What was that? Oh, they must be swinging more than that. Yeah, okay. So now I'm going to let that go. And they're going to swing it again at face. Yo, I better have enough. I go down to 0 life. My goodness gracious. I don't know about that, Jack. I don't know about that at all. Now I'm at 9 life, or 9 dawn. Yeah, I think that was the wrong decision to make there, buddy. I think I shouldn't have. Yeah. They might have this one. Game, set, and match, right? Okay. So if I do I am Whitebeard, and I have a blocker beard out, and I can swing twice and pressure for life, I can have 1 Dawn active. Ooh, doesn't look like we have that. 7. He's taking 7. He's bricked up, dude. Okay, I am Whitebeard. I play that one out. I go to 8. Yeesh, this is, man. 8, he takes. Okay, so at this point, I have a Rad Beam in hand, and I have some counter. Okay. They decide to go Shanks. Okay. Wait, but if you do Shanks, then you can't play cards from hand. Right? If you do Shanks, you can't play cards from hand. Give me 1 second. Yeah, so if he does that, then he's locked in. Then you cannot play cards from your hand during this turn. Like, no cards. Okay, let's keep it moving. I guess they're not going to do that. Okay, so they swung 8 plus 5 is 13 to life. Okay, so hang on. They swung 8 plus 5 is 13. I am going to... I got 2. What was that? So I got a 10, 12, and 13, whatever. 10, 12, 13, whatever. Yeah. They swung 12, I gave them 13. What? Okay. They're swinging 12, because that's 3 Dawn. Sorry, guys. So I'm going to give them, 8, 12, 13. And then that's the game right there. Yeah, that's... Okay, now I don't feel bad about the Zoro at all. Now I don't feel bad about the Zoro at all. Wait, is that, am I right in that? Is that right? Hang on. Set all your Dawn cards, then you cannot play any cards from your hand during this turn. Yeah, that's any cards right there. So they're gonna swing there, and then they're gonna swing at face again, and I'm gonna, let's see what we're gonna have. I'm gonna Rad Beam out of it. Go to 12. and then give him a trash a rad beam. Okay, so trash a rad beam and then give him, man, I gave him everything. God bless, I overcountered. It looks like. Yeah. Yeah, we're going over that because I overcountered. Yeah, and then we're going over that because I gave him one too many. Yeah, that was the leader ability. That was the one I actually spent on. So I took him down, and then I went up to 12, and then 13. So I didn't even need to do that. And then at this point, yeah, it's gonna just be a 20k to face. Yeah, 20 to face, no blockers, and that should be game. It turned out that they had, look at all that brick. God bless, they had a playset of Tashigi's there. So this match was a little wild to say the least. Wild that we could sustain, you know, the cards that we did and everything like that. But anyways, yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to show us having a good time. We go on to talk for like another 20 minutes, believe it or not. Yeah, music will be coming out. But there you go. That's the heart of this matchup right here. It's all about getting your you can go first, cool. If you got something to play, cool. But your turn two swing plus a search is great. And then after that, we're gonna hit Yamato. We gotta hit a Yamato. We gotta hit a Marco. We gotta hit something, right? Yamato, preferably, you know, whatever. Yamato gives you the value up front. Marco gives you the value on the backside and the fakie, right? As long as they swing into him and you get KO'd. Then after that, we gotta see a Josu, right? Because Josu got rid of the Tashigi. And then after that, that's at 7 Dawn turn. So then after that, we got to see Whitebeard, and we did, right? We don't have to see that Whitebeard. We can see an I am Whitebeard with this one or the 10 gate, or we can just play out this one. Now, of course, keeping 1 Dawn active for my one of my 2 rad beams is what saved me this game. And then after that, you go for finish. You know what I'm saying? We're putting the pressure on them, and we're going for finish. So that is Zoro. That's the Zoro matchup in a nutshell. All right, gang. I had to take a little lunch break, but definitely running behind today. Anyhow, let's talk about the mirror, though. Okay, we talked about Emu, we talked about Zoro, but I was like, hey, yo, let's get into the mirror. I mean, this is the top 2 decks, Emu and Ace, right? Okay, so this was actually my first match from the Treasure Cup, and I did lose the dice roll. Okay, so you know, what do you know? They put me to go first. Now that is not a big surprise at all. Actually, we shuffle up. Let me see when we get started. All right, we got life on the board. We got life on the board. Let's go. Okay, so it looks like I'm gonna go ahead and start us off here. And what we're looking for here is we're looking for a search, right? Now with that search, we're definitely, first off, let's touch on the mulligan. Your mulligan in the mirror is always going to revolve around your Marco, your Yamato, your Josu, etc. Okay, now people are running 1 to 2 puddings. You know, it's hard to mulligan for, it's hard to hard mulligan, right? For a card you're running 2 of. So you know what I mean. But in this one, I have a searcher. I believe I've got something. No, I know I got something to play on my turn 3, which would be my 5 Dawn turn. And we're going to see what we're searching out here. Okay, so I grab another Yamato, all right? That should be my second one, or I must have something there. But anyways, we've got our search. We've established what we're going to play on turn 3. Our turn 2 going first, because we're going first. The benefit is we get to attack first, right? So we get to put on a little bit of that pressure. Oh, they search out Goldie Roger? Man, you might as well put some dice down, do something. Tie a string around your finger, hope an elephant never forgets, because you want to know they got that Roger in their hand for the rest of the game, and an Atmos, okay? So, which means if we put down a 4-cost body, that Atmos could drop down and put it right back in our hands, okay? Now, we're going to be able to GARP search again. If I remember correctly, that was my top deck, okay? Now here, yeah, nothing impressive, nothing too good right now, just a 2K, all right. And we get the benefit of being able to attach 2 Dawn, swing Ace to the face for 8. They don't even attempt to do anything. They just take it. I grabbed another one for a turn. Actually, did they miss that? Hang on. Oh, well, they didn't have any Dawn attached, so they don't get to do their ability. Yeah. Well, that's what happens when you search twice on turn 1, going second. Anyhow, So their options here are Marco or Bust, right? So they're thinking about what they want to do. I mean, they obviously do have the Atmos, but Atmos gets them 0 value right now. So they're going to swing 6, and I'm assuming, oh man, you can see my hand. I've got to do a better job about that. It's funny because I moved my camera so that you would be able to see my hand really well, but now I put so much of my hand overcompensating that, you know. I'm sorry, what? That's a 6K. Okay, that's a choice. That's a choice. Now here, let me tell you guys right now. The thing about going second, yes, it is beneficial because you get to play your I Am Whitebeard on curb. But if you ain't got it, if you don't see the cards you need to see, I mean in any match, right? In any match, you don't see what you need, you're out of there. But when you don't see it on your side, and I do on mine, buddy, baby, you are behind curb. So we're going to drop Yamato. We're going to draw some cards. We're going to swing 7. They get out of it with a 2K. And now is their 6 Dawn turn. So now would be their Josu play. Now it's time for them to bounce something back to my hand. Put that Izo back in theirs perhaps. Or hang on to it. You know, a lot of people hang on to Izo till the very end. Till they've got, you know, a plethora of cards in hand. And they know what they want to get rid of. You know what I mean? I don't want to care for this card. Okay, next swing, I'm going to Izo, draw 1, and keep moving. Let's see what I'm doing. Getting the fidget spinner going. Oh man, it's taking a little bit time. I'm like, hey yo, let me get this fidget spinner going. So dang, I had the cut right there. I forgot I don't custom one of these videos. But yeah, I had to get that fidget spinner going, dog, because I'm about to crap out. I'm about to crap out. But anyways, so I'm giving them just a searcher for that swing. Man, I've seen all my Garps, huh? So they're going to bounce back Josu. They're going to put Yamato back in my hand. The thing about putting Yamato back in my hand is, yes, it does, like, you know, it does get a swing off your board. But God bless, I get so much value from that card. You know what I mean? If I played it again, I'd see another 2 cards. You know, that's nuts. Can you imagine if Ace's ability was also activated on not just KO, but if your characters with 6K or more were also just flat out removed? Like, that would be infinite value. That'd be insane. But anyhow, so I'm thinking of what I want to do. I'm also thinking about just bouncing back their Izo with mine because I could have 1 on my leader and then bounce, right? So I'm swinging 7 to their leader. Now, okay. 7 to 6. Hey, 6 to 7. I don't know. Okay, so we are going to do that. We're going to put back our Fancy Pants Garp and put his Josu back in his hand. All right, now we're playing the Josu games, okay? So they're going to go to 8 Dawn, and it's time for them to... Ooh. Now, when you got an 8 Dawn search, I'm saying you ain't got your cards, Jack. And what did they search out? It looked like they searched out I Am Whitebeard. Yeah, so they found an I Am Whitebeard with the Izo, so that is making them, they're just 1 turn behind. Now they're gonna bounce in my Izo right back. 7 to our face. Man, yeah, you can see the Izo in my hand. Luckily, you can't see anything else. So right now, definitely wanna, if we drop a big out, okay, they have a chance to react to us or continue to build. And what's tough if they react to us with like a Red Rock. If they decide to Red Rock our big, it's tough because they still have a Josu out and we have no board out, right? That's what's a little tough. Now we're going to 9. So we could play 9 Gate Raw. We could play our I Am Whitebeard. We could go for a little of this or a little bit of that, right? And we're gonna go I Am Whitebeard. Frankly, to be honest with you, sometimes you just gotta slam it. You just gotta make them have it, all right? You just gotta rock out with your cock out, make them jam out with their clam out if they got it, okay? So you can see my hand. I got another I Am Whitebeard. Boy, am I showing them my cards. Okay, next time we ain't doing that. Yeah, spin the fidget spinner. We're gonna attach 2 Dawn here and there. We're gonna swing 8 to 6. See what they got for us. Waiting on that counter. They're going to take. Now, here's the thing about taking and being the first one to go down to 1 life. It's a little bit of what we call the bone zone, the little bit of a danger zone. You don't want to danger Will Robinson. You don't want to go down to one first in the matchup. It's, let me see how to put this. It's not that going down to one makes you magically lose the game. It's that if you are in a place between your hand, board state, etc., that would influence you to be the first ace to hit one, that is usually somewhat of a key indicator that you are not as healthy as your opponent, who is still at 2 or 3, right? Now here, nothing significant, just a 2K. But if I do remember correctly, I did have my next Whitebeard ready. We know I still got that I Am Whitebeard in my hand, as we were able to just see. But yeah, so I saw my picture take a swig. I think I'll do the same. All right, so we passed it back over to them. They're at 10 Dawn. If they, I was going to say, if they miss this now, it's gangbusters. Okay, so they've got 10. Gonna play that out. They're not taking a life, it looks like. And there's no reason why they should. If they, yeah, no. You don't ever take a life in this situation. Okay, now here's where they're impressive, though, because they're going to have, oh, and they get the search. Okay. Yeah, that was a really good I Am Whitebeard. Play out the pudding as well. Okay. Or they grab the pudding, I should say. Swing an 8. That pudding would behoove us to go ahead and definitely counter out at least one of these. We know that they can't swing the other one because of the Whitebeard blocker we have. So I'm not expecting Josie to turn sideways in this. Not even a little bit. Now, I'm thinking. And I'm just really trying to figure out what am I going to get rid of and then what's my move after that. I do know that I do not have my Goldie Roger yet. Okay. So I'm going to just no leader ability, give him 2 cards, and call it a day. Now let's see what they want to do. They're not swinging Josie. That's crazy, because then we would swing into Josie. So they're going to go ahead and pass it back. That's right. And if we were to get 2 more cards in hand, I don't know, man. That pudding might be a little hard for them to pass up. But then again, you know. So they still have the board compared to us because, you know, we've got our 12, but they got a 12 and a 7. And those are 2 tough customers that are swinging for free. Well, the Josie is for sure. They might want to keep that new gate up. Anyhow, I'm thinking about my next play. And for me right now, I see that they got 1 blocker. We're going to play out another one. Okay, cool. Once you get that first one established and they don't do nothing to it, and you show your opponent that you also just drew into a Yamato because of the way you're holding your hand, then you're like, okay, cool. I'm gonna play the second one. Nobody can play 2 red rocks in a turn. I'm gonna go ahead, and here's my thing. I got nothing to swing at. But I remember that they got Goldie Roger. But the thing is you can't play Goldie Roger yet. You can't. You cannot. You just can't play Goldie Roger yet. Why? Because, well, frankly, I got 2 life and a blocker. Okay? So I'm swinging 14 into life. And they're going to give me 2 2Ks. Oh, yeah. They are officially behind on this game. And they're going to have to find a way to come back. So we went from, hey, we're going first turn. It's suboptimal to we did everything we were supposed to do, but you know they weren't able to see their stuff. And this is what this stuff really happens. You know what I mean? This stuff really happens. You can't write this, right? I mean, well, actually, it's very simple to write, but you know this stuff happens. You go second. It doesn't mean it's an automatic win. You go first. It doesn't mean it's an automatic loss. Okay. So here comes the pudding. And at this point, I'm like, please God, give me a Roger, dude. Like, this is a mulligan at this point. But what it's also doing is setting them back nasty sauce, real nasty like. Okay. So now they're gonna have 6 Dawn. And if they do what I think they're gonna do, yeah, fancy pants. Okay, so this is that was a very smart play by them, because what happens is When you pudding, okay, when you pudding first, I get 5 new cards. Then you put my Newgate to the bottom. If they were to Newgate and bottom deck my Newgate and then putting me, well, there's a good chance, just as good a chance as any, that same very exact same Newgate could wind up back in my hand. So I just wanted to point that out to everybody. You're at 10 Dawn, and you want to get rid of a Newgate, and you want to get rid of their hand. You play the pudding first. So very well played by my opponent. Now they're swinging, and now we're taking. Okay. There we go. We're going to take another one. And all right. So we're going to go ahead and they're not going to swing. And I wonder why. Well, no, they ain't got they can't take the 2 hits, I guess. Because if I were them, I would think, oh, okay, I got however many cards in hand. I just got to block out of one of the attacks. If I can block out of 12, or so, or whatever half of whatever is, they should be good. But they're not feeling confident in it just yet. Okay, good deal. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I feel like, let's see what we got here. We're gonna red rock our own. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now, do I develop? What are we trying to do here? That Josu is sideways. Me today may say, let's swing into that Josu. Just to, get that body off the board. Me that day wanted all the smoke and said, let's go straight to face. Straight to the face. Now they've got what do they got? Is that 6 cards in hand? They got about 6 cards in hand. I know one of them's a brick. Okay. Oh yeah. So they leadered ability. Now technically they were giving me their counter, and then they were saying their leader ability. You gotta do your leader ability first. I think a Rule Shark, if I was playing against that kind of opponent, and I would give them counter and then say my leader ability, and the game was on the line, they could probably call a judge and Rule Shark me for it. So be careful. I wasn't gonna Rule Shark him for it, but be careful, because I think that's something that kind of person can get you. And hey, you know what? I say that kind of person, but I mean, if we're gonna play and there's money on the line, dog, you gotta do things the right way. You know what I mean? But I was letting them slide. Anyways, so I swing 12 to the face, and we get him down to 0. Okay. Now, I understand that they have the Goldie Roger, not me at this point. And it's all but a mistake of me to do that. Because if they countered out with that kind of counter, I should have just swung into the Josu and called it a day. That's what I should have done. And I am thinking like, oh man, I just effed myself in the A. But hey, let's see what he's going to do. Because I'll tell you right now, if he plays a Josu, if he plays Goldie Roger and he goes for it, I got the counter in hand to get out of those swings. Oh yeah, we got the counter in hand to get out of those swings. Because that's a 6, 6, 7, then a 12 and a 13. I can do the 6, 7, I can get out of the 12, and then I could take the 13. Okay, so now they got the block. All right. They get rid of their Whitebeard, and now they're coming at the face. Okay, give us 2 here. You got to give it 2 to Josu. Yeah, of course. Now they're going to swing there. We don't have a blocker. Yeah, that's right. We don't have a blocker. We really thought they didn't have it, I guess. I don't know, man. We thought they got rid of a lot of counter. So, anyways, let's see what we got, man. I'm counting it out. Look at me. I'm doing the finger dance. Doing the 5-finger pistol. The 6 king pistol. Okay. The 6 ping pistol. Yeah, that's what we used to call it. Got out of that one. Took that one. Drew 2 cards. And now we're both at 0 live. Oh, yeah. Am I going to draw into a Goldie Roger or what? What's going on, dude? Give me something. I don't even remember how this game ends. I just remember I'm going first, baby. Going first. Okay. So, we know he's got the Roger in his hand. What are we going to do with it? We are going to go 13 into the face. And if you don't got 13, from the makers of I ain't got 13, you probably ain't got 15. They block no counter. I'm going to put 15 to the face. and they ain't got it, Jack. What was that right there? Oh, we got too much of a shine. But I'll tell you guys right now, they told me after the fact, had I swung just naked, they had 13. They had 13 encounter, but they could not go to yeah, they had 13. They just couldn't go to 14. So if I just turned this guy sideways, just straight up, I would have lost that game because they would have countered. I would have given 12. They would have given me 13, and then this is just a miss of a swing, and that's that. So also, you know, not to mention, had I done that, then they could have just. They also could have just countered out, gave him one, and then you know what I mean. Who knows? But anyways, very interesting finish to the game. I was looking for my Goldie Roger here. There it is. Yeah. But so that's going first. That's going first. And what you want to see, as you guys just saw, you want to see a searcher. You want to see a big. If you can get a second searcher on your turn 2, that's great. But then you're going to swing no less than 8, right? You're going to get you a good swing in, and then which is going to cost your opponent 2 cards. These are the benefits, right? Cost your opponent 2 cards, and then after that, we're going into our Yamato, right? And or Ace. I run that rush Ace, but you're going into Yamato or Marco plus a swing, and then after that you're going into Josu, and then after that it's time for your new gate, your nine gate, or your I am Whitebeard. Let's see about it on the second end or second. Yeah, the other way. All right, gang. So now on this one, I get to choose. I'm going to go second. Now, I'm really liking this hand right here because, you know, my Otama is a bit of a pseudo searcher, right? But I got Marco, I got Yamato, I got Atmos in this list because I'm trying to try out some Atmos as well. But so we're going to see what we can get here. Now, they're going to start off with their search. They reveal and draw a Yamato themselves, an EBO2 Yamato. That's the rush one. That's the good one, okay? So that we know they got their turn 3 play situated when they're on 7 Dawn, but what are they going to have for right now? So another search on their end. Another search plus they reveal a new gate. Okay, that's the 9 gate. They're going to swing there. And I'm thinking of taking, even though I know the risk, but the way I'm looking at it is, okay, I have got 8 cards in hand. I'm going to swing into 6 to 6. So right now I got 8. And remember I told you guys, don't go no more than 8. Don't go no more than 8. So the next thing they do to me, the next swing, I will definitely be looking to counter out of it to get them to not putting me, right? If they did, yeah, that would suck. If that would suck because, you know, when you're going first, you really got to have your curb. And I'm feeling good about the cards I have in my hand right now. So, you know what I mean? Right here, yeah, I would love to give him more than 1 card, but we're just going to give him that for an leader ability. And now we're down to 7 cards. Nobody really cares about 7 like that. But we're going to go ahead and play this out. I'm afraid that if I did my Josu to them and got an Otama back, yeah, I put the Yamato back in their hands, but I mean, I don't know. That's just what I wanted to do. I wanted to get Yamato established early. That way I could just continue to swing and really put on that pressure. Now, if they want to put Yamato back in my hand, I don't really mind at this point because I can just come back and Josu their Josu kind of deal. But right now we got the board. You know, we've been able to develop each turn, which is important. And we don't have any I am Whitebeard, but that's okay. We've got next turn and the turn after that to draw into it organically. And that's without them getting rid of Marco or, you know, taking a life from us, which we don't plan on taking, you know, if we don't have to. Now, this right here is probably why Josu would have been a better play because we could have put that 2K back in our hand, put that Yamato, got that Yamato off the board, and then just swung twice and kind of slowed the game down. But instead of, you know, escalating the situation, right? But that's what we chose to do. Let's see if it comes back to bite us. Now, they're doing, they're going to have 2 7s, okay? Now that, I'm going to go ahead and take there. Yeah. Oh, we don't want to take there. Okay, now we're going to take there. Yeah. Okay, we go right back to 8 cards in hand, and we are happy. We're doing the happy pants dance. Let's go ahead and play Josu out, get that 2K back to our hand, and yeah, put that Yamato up. Let's get a search out. We'll get a Whitebeard, yeah, Underbearder, Blockbeard, and Block is hot. We're gonna go ahead and swing 7 to 6. Now, what I wish I would have done actually was just swung into Yamato, but you know what I mean, just to slow their offense down because they're gonna take. Now, remember what I told you guys about going down to one first? It really does, you know, kind of mess with it. And I do think that that's a mistake on their end because they got so many cards in hand. You can't tell me you couldn't have countered out of that. But it looks like they're going to want to save their counter for their board. And I understand that. We do still run the board, though. Oh, yeah. Still running it. Let's see. We got 9K on their side. 9K. 9 Dawn. I am Whitebeard. Okay. Now, when you do I am Whitebeard, to bring out Newgate on your 9 Dawn turn, I would have to assume you got more of those hanging around, or why would you do that? You know what I mean? But hey, let's see. I mean, yeah. Because I would do that if my life was on the line and I wanted to keep that one extra Dawn available for a Newgate. Or not a Newgate, for a Rad Beam, which I have 2 of, so we're feeling really good about. We counter out of that, and now we're big money. We've officially taken over the game right now. Here I'm gonna go ahead and swing 7 to 6, 6 7. Hey, we're gonna do 7 6, 7 6, and see what they got for us. That's just gonna. Did they leader ability their 2K? Yeah, that's unfortunate. Yeah, leader abilitying the 2K, if that's a word. And they let it go. Okay. Okay, we're having one of those games. Okay, they're done. They're cooked. Get them out of here. Get them out of here. Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, I can't control what they're doing obviously on their end. But yeah, this is the curve that we're looking for. This is the curve. All right, so it's their turn. We haven't seen our whatchamacallit yet. We haven't seen our Goldie Roger yet. I don't know if they have, but it's gonna be it's just not gonna matter at this point, frankly. No, it's not gonna matter for them either. Let's see what we got from. Okay, they're gonna get their Whitebeard out. Move it up, down, left, right, oh, move it all around. Okay. So now it's time to do some swings. Man, that's just going to be way too little, way too late. At this point, I'm going to be able to use my leader's ability. If you swing 12, I'm just going to give you 1K counter. Like, that's not going to do anything either. Okay, they're going to swing 12 there. So now I'm going to go ahead and block and give them a 1K. There we go. Now I am down to one. Now check out what I do here, okay? I could go GARP and look for whatchamacallit, which is what I do. Instead, I find I am Whitebeard, and I just run with that. Because, I mean, it's just that kind of game at this point, man. I got the board. The board is too crazy right now. The board is too crazy. Now, I should have just played the Newgate and been safe about it and drew into the I am Whitebeard organically. That was a much safer thing to do. But, you know, I just figured it doesn't matter because worst comes to worst, I can drop a 9-beard and go up to 8 and still be fine. You know what I mean? And then, yeah, they just weren't even going to be able to do anything after the fact. What was their last hand? Yeah. No, they had 0 counter. Now, they did have this, right? But, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that could have done something actually. Well, we had Newgate and 1, 2. Man, hang on. If they could have survived that, would that have got it? Let's see. Oh, I do still have 1 Dawn active. That's gonna be tough. Okay, so they drop that out. They swing 6. We give them. We can just leader ability that. They swing 10. We can radical beam and give them that, and then they swing this, and we go down to 0 and we blow them back. Blow the back out. That's that. Well, there you have it, gang. I'm gonna go ahead and call it right there. I don't know if I have quite the hour and a half you guys are used to, but it's kind of hard for me to tell at the same time because I did, leave and come back. But anyways, so I would say right now, Ace for me is very much a work in progress as far as getting a. Well, no, I feel like I have a great understanding of them right now, but in the last couple of days, like I said, being so sleep deprived, I'm ready to now do the thing, right? I've learned the lesson. I'm now ready to show I've learned the lesson, and that's what we're kind of going over in this video. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty straight. I don't want to say it's pretty straightforward. There's a lot of nuances, but my buddy Ray said, "Hey, it's a brain dead deck, man. You just keep dropping Whitebeard." I'm like, okay, you know what I mean? But yeah, you're whether you go first or second, you want that search. You want that our turn two play, if we do go second, is going to be Marco and nothing. You know what I mean? Marco, maybe an Atmos. But outside of that, it's just going to be a leader swing and another search and a leader swing. It's our turn three where we start to take off when we either get to drop our Yamato, Josu, this suite right here. This right here, Once we get to 5 or more Dawn on that turn 3, that's when we're big city hooping, okay? If it's just 5 Dawn, we got these cards right here. If it's 6 Dawn, we got all of these cards right here. So that's great. And then, of course, you're setting up your next turn. If you're going from 7 to 9, you're looking for Newgate. If you're going from 6 to 8, you're looking for I Am Whitebeard into, Newgate or Newgate. Blocker Beard preferably. We like to save, and then we're just playing the game until we get to the end of the game, where we would want to go ahead and use I Am Whitebeard to bring out our Newgate and take a life, go up 2K, 10K leader, defend behind 12K blockers, and then drop our Goldie Roger. So yeah, I guess that is simple. I mean, that in itself should be pretty straightforward and a little easy to understand. But it's maintaining that focus throughout each game, and it's the fact that we're a 3-life leader that makes things a little tough, right? Because now you're playing on expert mode, right? You can't make too many mistakes, or that's it. So, but that's part of what I love. I do think I will stick with 3 Josu, only because I've been able to see Josu every time. I got 2 cards that search it, and I don't need to see it until turn 3. And no, turn 3. Yeah, turn 3 if I'm going second. Otherwise, it's literally turn 4. So that's why. That's why. But yeah, I don't know if this will be my exact list moving forward. But I am happy with this. I am happy with this right now. So, anyways, gang, comment down below what your list is looking like. I know me and Waluigi's was looking a little similar. I wonder if now we are dead on balls accurate, the same or not. But been having a lot of fun with this leader. Too much fun. It's been really fun to learn a whole new archetype. I do want to talk about Vista real quick. Actually, yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll talk about 2 cards. There's 2 cards that have come to my mind. Vista, which just can't be removed. Well, if it would be KO'd in battle or removed by a card, you can get rid of 1 Whitebeard, not 2, 1 Whitebeard card. And this 6 for 8K body with double attack is going to stay on. Now, they are a brick, but bricks don't really matter once a turn when we're running this leader. So, and if Vista lands an attack on Emu, that is game, set, and match, dog. Because all we want to do is get Emu down to, all we want to do is get Emu bars down to, all we want to do is get Emu down to 2 bars. Oh my gosh. So, you know what, man? Get rid of the Josus. Now I'm running 3 Vistas. but maybe. Anyway, so yeah, I want to work this card into the list and see how I like it. Maybe I'll drop the aces, the ace boys. The 5 and 6 ace, and throw 2 Vista in there and just see what happens. Because if I could see that on turn 3, going second into Emu, I think that's a huge indication of a win. And then the same thing into the mirror, etc. You know what I mean? I just think it's a big body. I think that's great. So, yeah. Oh, and the other one I wanted to talk about was just going to be Raging Bonner. Raging Tiger. And this is just great. Completely useless into Emu, of course. However, it's a 2k counter if you don't use it. That's what's really powerful about this leader. But yeah, if you're going up against like Bonnie or Zoro, you do take a turn off. But if you have anything established, you do significantly set them back. So I think the pros aren't running this right now because of the fact that you take a turn off. And if everything is working the right way, what's that word? Percolating, okay? If everything is doing that as it should already, you will win in the face of, 4 6k bodies and be a-okay. You know what I mean? So it just doesn't really matter. But anyhow, with that being said, gang, I am still reeling from my little work week, so I'm trying to get back into the swing of things, which is why I didn't have this video up yesterday. But I am happy to be back. I love you guys. Love yourself. Respect others. And I will see you guys in the next one.
Stuck up in it. Stuck in it. I'm stuck in the game, fucking it up with the gang. For the love of the money and fame, I can tell I never could change. I said I'm stuck in the game, fucking it up with the gang. For the love of the money and fame, I can tell I never could change.